What's going on, OKC? Welcome back to the Bring the Thunder podcast. I'm here with Jack and Gabe this Sunday afternoon. Snooze fest indeed today in OKC. 137 to 106 is the final. Your Oklahoma City Thunder took down the New Orleans Pelicans. Quick rundown of the box score before we get into a little recap. Shea gets his 30 in 30 minutes, 7 assists, adds another steal to his stock total. Aaron Wiggins, 15 points, excellent from three. Casey Wallace, 13 points, 5 steals, unbelievable. Isaiah Hartenstein goes for 14, 14, and 8. I think he had 15 rebounds at one point. Maybe one of them got taken away or something. And then Jay Will finds his shot from deep, 12 points, all 3-pointers. And him and Hartenstein down low just look excellent on defense, by the way, but we'll get to that in a minute. Off the bench, AJ Mitchell continues his streak of double digits, 10 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists. Not a great shooting day, but that's an effective-ass day off the bench. She got to the line 4 separate times as well. Isaiah Joe comes in, hits 3 threes, 13.5 boards, has a nice putback layup. I mean, shit just going right for OKC at this point. Caruso comes in for 12 minutes, scores 8 points. And before I'm even done with the box score, our boy Bradley has his stat ready to roll. SJ is now tied. I mean, it has had his 6th game with at least 30 points in 7 games, and 3rd game with 30 at the end of the 3rd. Okay, that was a little bit wordy for me, and he ties Oscar Robertson for the longest streak of 20-plus point games. Yeah, he's excellent. He's the best in the world. We even got a little Chris Youngblood sighting for OKC, 2 threes at the end of the game. And then for the Pelicans, I'm not even going to touch on any of their players. Not really. Maybe Zion at 29-6, 50%, but it was not effective, not really useful today. I'm going to go to Gabe first. I know this was kind of a blowout the whole game starting in the first quarter, but I mean, what really impressed you about OKC today? And then on the other end, what wasn't so impressive about New Orleans?
Yeah, I mean, I genuinely think I can drop to my knees in joy that OKC has shot 40% from 3 in a basketball game. It's just incredible to see the threes falling. That first half was crazy. First quarter, we had 7 threes. I mean, just seeing the shots actually fall that we know our players are capable of making, that's a good feeling. I mean, missing Isaiah Joe was big. Having him back these last 2 games, he's immediately shown that even if he's not always being the most consistent, just having a guy who's willing to pull the trigger when we know that we need it is nice. I mean, I trust him when he's shooting it, even if he's missing. I just feel better if he's the one taking the shots. But Jay Will, man, that's the standout of this game. Way to find the shot, man. Absolutely. And he missed his first 2, and they were not exactly the best misses either. I mean, they did not look great, but you're never going to doubt this team when it comes to confidence. Jay Will had the confidence. He kept putting them up, and he ends up 4 for 9. I mean, that's I'm more than happy with that. And Joe, you mentioned the defense. Jay Will, I think some people who don't watch OKC don't understand why we like Jay Will so much. Look at what he does when people he guards Jokic, he guards Zion. I mean, he is a brute force. He is strong. I mean, he can, especially against Zion today, he was poking the ball free. He was contesting completely legally. Not once was he fouling. He was keeping his hands straight up, getting blocks. And that's against Zion, who the entire game, Michael Cage was talking about, Zion is just this. I mean, he leads the league in free throws attempts a game. He's over 11. And that's not because he's trying to bait or anything. It's because he's that hard to stop. He's so powerful. He's so strong in the paint. And our backup center comes in and gives him a tough night or tough evening. But that's crazy. That's just a huge testament to Jay Will and everything that he brings. But this is just kind of it was a fun, boring game, if that makes sense. Yeah. We were beating them bad, but it's fun to watch when you get to see some of those other guys come in. The Brooks Barnheiser tough layup had me out of my seat. That was beautiful. But it's a fun game. Like you mentioned, Joe, SGA gets his 30. 30 and 30 is crazy. I mean, just doing whatever he can and constantly getting fouled. I mean, people are just going to screenshot the 13 free throws, but he was getting hacked. Yeah. I mean, every single one he was getting hacked. Yeah, exactly, Bradley. He's gonna get the allegations, but if you watched him play, they were just fouling him for no reason. And Jeremiah Fears kept getting him.
And there was no one else playing. We had everyone out today. Most boring game of the season, I think. And I have one question after watching this game. Do the Pelicans have any offensive sets? Do they run anything? Or do they just – it felt like I was watching a pickup game when they had the ball. I did not know what was going on.
You're exactly right, because I was noticing that too. Like, I didn't watch him run any set, not even like get the ball to Zion on the block in a set. It was just freelance. I like Trey Murphy on their team, but even his buckets, like he was creating off the dribble and shooting step back threes. Like everything was so all over the place. And then I'll turn to Gabe in a second, but I do have to ask Jack one question. Like, I know we played the Pelicans, but this is, to me, an extremely impressive win, the way they did it with absolutely nobody playing today. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's good to have a game like this where we can get our three-point confidence back, get in the groove, and hopefully it can carry on because we've got a pretty tough road trip ahead. So I think this was like the perfect game to go out there, get a statement win, and like we still got good rest for the guys, and I think everyone's going to be confident heading into this road trip. And I mean, I was impressed with Isaiah Joe, and I think Gabe was saying on an episode before that when we get him back, our three-point issues will be solved, and I think that's pretty true. So everyone's just more confident now, and it's going pretty good.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
true.
I want to speak about that there. Yeah. I did say that, Jack. I did, and I'm not saying that I'm right or anything, but to tell me that Isaiah Joe isn't going to help this team's three-point confidence and three-point shooting ability is something that I disagree with heavily. Isaiah Joe comes in and immediately just starts playing more confidently in every way. I mean, bringing him back there's no other way to put it than it's helpful. Like he's going to help. He's going to help solve that three-point shooting problem. But I want to talk about something on the Pelicans side of the ball. If there are any Pelicans fans listening for some reason, stop listening here because, wow, Jordan Poole is hard to watch play basketball. You talk about that pickup style of basketball, that he is the king of that. I mean, the shot taking, like the IQ to pull up some of those threes is abysmal. I genuinely hard to watch. And on the Pelican side, Jeremiah Fears looks great. Like he looks incredible. He's young. I like the way he's playing. I like the way he's taking shots. I seriously hope for his sake that he does not learn anything from Jordan Poole, because Jordan Poole it's just hard. 2 for 11, 2 for 9 from three. He had the lowest plus minus in the entire team. He had a minus 26 and he only played for 24 minutes. What?
Yeah.
Like that's just crazy to me.
Yeah. And I'll touch on that a little bit too. It just seems like a guy who's kind of checked out after being, in Washington. He comes to New Orleans. It's like similar vibe. He did mention that there's more fans that go to New Orleans games, but it's a similar vibe to me. And I can't remember the exact time of the game. I think it was late third or early fourth. He checks into the game. He got 4 threes up in about 2 minutes. Like I'm talking maybe. He hit the first 2. He missed the second 2, but it was just insane. Actually, I was in the third quarter because to end the third quarter, he chucked up a wild 3 that I don't think hit rim. So his days, I don't want to say they're numbered because he'll probably be around for a while, but he hasn't been the same since he got paid, to be honest.
And he won't be winning.
No. He's just such a streaky player. Like people talk about how hot he can be, like when he's actually hitting his shots. It's like, yeah, he'll average like 20, 25 for like a couple weeks maybe, and then he'll go right back to just it's the same shots too. It's not like he gets smarter and starts putting up better shots. He just happens to be making them, and then it makes him look better. So it's like that's not going to ever equal winning basketball. Like that's just not how it's going to be. I don't mean to just dog on the guy, but there's a reason he's been traded. Like he's not staying on teams because that's a problem. And we also know that we don't know how much of the Draymond issue was on him. There's a good chance 90% of it was on Draymond. We know that's his past, but obviously there was something there that raises concerns. He seems like the type of player who maybe would be a bit of a locker room problem. And I don't want to speak about him personally because I don't know him, but that's concerning to me. Like if my team was in talks to get Jordan Poole, I would be concerned. It's the same way that Jack probably feels about Kyle Kuzma.
Yeah, absolutely. My last thought on the Pelicans before we get to more OKC. We mentioned that they have a lot of talent on the roster. Like they actually have a talented ass roster. Trey Murphy, Zion, Fears looks good. Herb Jones is good. He's good. 3-and-D guy. Obviously Jordan Poole has some type of talent. Sadiq Bey is good. Kevon Looney off the bench. Like they have a lot of talent. It's just not going to mesh over there at all. And it's kind of like a waste of a roster this year, to be honest, in my opinion. But back to the OKC side of things, talking about winning basketball, I think when Isaiah Hartenstein plays like this, it doesn't even have to be this good. Like, just plays like himself, OKC's nearly impossible to stop. Like, he's such a catalyst in what they do on both sides of the ball. And, you know, we kind of banged on him the first two games for looking a little, still hungover from the championship, but he's gotten back into form in the past few games. Like he hasn't skipped a beat. He looks amazing, and when he's on and Shea's on, this team just is rolling. I just want to stress how important he is to this team. And then my brain started thinking again, maybe because I'm just an asshole or something, but is it a coincidence that we're starting to get this 3-point percentage up while we aren't running double big lineup because Chet's out? Or am I just overthinking? Because we saw the stats go down significantly on offense when they started this lineup last year.
I think it's a middle ground there. Like, I think you might be a little bit of a hater there, but at the same time, because like Chet's a good shooter. Like, having Chet on the court, he's a good shooter. We've seen, I mean, we ran through with the Pacers. We had times where we were running the double big and it worked. So like, we know it can work, but on the other side of things, Aaron Wiggins has been starting. Aaron Wiggins 3 for 6 from 3. That's what Joe has been advocating pretty much since this podcast started, that he wanted Aaron Wiggins starting. So it's like, I lean your side. You know, we always have talked about how it's usually Savir who's talked about liking the double bigs at times, and he started going against it too. So like, yeah, it definitely opens up more opportunities for threes, but I think we know Mark's not exactly listening to us in terms of not running the double bigs.
No, and deservedly so. I mean, he did win a championship, so I guess he knows what he's doing.
Tonight, the Pelicans were playing a lot of zone as well, so I think we punched that pretty well. So I don't think they're always going to guard us in a zone.
I agree for sure.
Before we continue any further, it is time for our favorite segment of the day. What the hell is Jack wearing? And that is our slogan there. We got Jack with a random OKC jersey. It definitely looks like today. If anybody's in the comments, drop your prediction below. Again, he doesn't tell us before we start the show, so we're all guessing together. Gabe, I'll let you go first.
Oh, man. Well, obviously it's a newer jersey. We can tell clearly just by the way it looks with the colors. So it's got to be a player pretty new.
All right.
I'm gonna go AJ Mitchell. I know you're an AJ Mitchell guy. I could see you rocking the AJ jersey.
Yeah, for me, I'm gonna go very simple. He did not play today, but the black jersey is just reminding me of him. I'm gonna go with Jalen Williams, J-Dub.
I like that.
Well, I do own both those jerseys, but
no,
this is not one of them. One day you will get it, but today I have Isaiah.
Well, fitting. You know, I'm starting to get really mad at myself because he is starting to just wear whoever played the best. So I gotta get back to that.
Now, next time he's gonna wear just a random one because you said that.
But deservingly so for Hartenstein today. What a fucking game.
Yeah, absolutely. Something I kind of wanted to mention is we talked about Wiggins in the starting lineup now, but I feel like there's a different confidence to him in the start of the season. He has looked incredibly confident in every shot he's taken this season. I mean, there were times last year where don't misquote this because I really like Aaron Wiggins, but there were times where I was probably lower on him than everyone else because I do think there were moments where if he got the ball, he was putting up a shot no matter what, and that bothered me. Like, I did not like that. He looks significantly more confident in the decisions that he's making this year to me in the way that the season started. He's swinging the ball quicker. He's taking shots that are much better. He's driving and kicking. Everything about his game is looking like he could be much more than that, kind of inconsistent bench player that we kind of learned to like rely on a bit. Like, I feel like he's going to turn into this player that we absolutely know can come in and drop 15 plus every single game if we need him to. Like, that is reassuring to me, at least. And I really hope that we don't see everyone return and his minutes immediately shoot to the floor. Like, I hope he's, if not the first guy off the bench, I hope he's the second, and right now it feels like it would be potentially Kaysen would be that first one off the bench if we run the double bigs. But right now I'd rather have, I don't know. That's tough. Right now I feel like Wiggins is just bringing so much offensively, but then, Kaysen's get the 5 steal game, it's hard to But those two, to me, should be the first two off the bench right now. It's not even a question.
I'm really glad you brought that up because I was going to transition into – I was going to say, Dub's going to get reevaluated in 10 to 14 days. He had another procedure done on his wrist. Little concerning, but he doesn't seem too concerned about it, so that's, it's a sigh of relief. But when he does get back, obviously we know we're going with Chet and Hartenstein, and obviously Shea, Lou, and Dub. That's going to be the lineup. This OKC bench, healthy, is Cason Wallace, Alex Caruso, Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins, AJ Mitchell, Jalen Williams. Mind you, Kenrich Williams hasn't played. Kenrich Williams will be in there.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Carlson's been good in his minutes so far. I mean, I'm talking 18 players that could be substituted throughout a game, especially in a game like this. They're going to be rested come playoff time because this team is by far the deepest team in the league, and they all work so hard off the bench. Like, we could throw a whole bench lineup in, and I'd be confident in us getting a win in a game like today. And we saw that a few times last year. Like, we had a home game against Portland where Jay Will was dropping those triple doubles and Aaron Wiggins was going for 30. It's deeper this year. It's much deeper this year. And then obviously, God willing, if Topic is able to make a return at some point this year, that's just another player who's a talented player who will get minutes. I mean, I guess where I'm going is in the regular season right now, who's beating OKC when they're healthy?
I mean, I feel like we keep mentioning this team, but Denver's looked very good. I'm interested to see how we match up with Denver, as always. It's always interesting to see what goes with them. But that's the biggest threat to me. Like, it's not close. It's really not. I mean, there were a lot of people that were really worried about Dallas, which I'm not exactly too concerned. I mean, I see the potential, but it's not gonna work. But yeah, no, it's pretty much just Denver. But the thing that I'm noticing as well is, I mean, we understand this because we're Thunder fans, but you can put Shea on a court with any of the four players that are on our roster, and there is a good chance we will win the game. Like, he elevates every single player around him to just playing incredibly. And you were naming all those players that were missing, Joe, and that includes Thomas Sorber as well, who I am very high on. I think Sorber is going to be incredibly useful if we're able to play him. So, yeah, I think so many teams. I mean, there are all the guys that you named could start on an NBA team. It's just that's crazy to me. Like, I'm not saying that they'd be superstars on those teams, but there are guys who maybe could be star. I mean, I seriously think you give Aaron Wiggins 30 minutes a night on a starting lineup, he can average 20 plus points a game. Like, there are so many players that just pose this threat where you talk about when playoffs come, we'll be healthy and we'll be super energized off the bench. But the only thing that I can even think of that will even come close to stopping that is just injuries. Like, is there anything else that really can slow us down other than injuries? And it's like, I don't want to set that standard because then you're expecting to just win game after game after game after game after game. But as of right now, like, we haven't shown that, and granted, we're only 7 games into the season for us, but we haven't shown that inconsistent game where it's like we forget how to play basketball. Because there were times last year where we would drop a game and we were all like, that was like the worst game I've ever seen. Right. We've not shown like hard. I mean, we've had some rough spots this season, but not in that regard. And we've not had J-Dub.
That's exactly what I was going to say. What I was going to say. But now it is expected. Now it is expected that we're the champs, right? It is expected to go out and win every game. And when we lose, it's going to be a shock. And it's kind of suck as a fan. But that's just where we are now. Quick Satvir stat, since he's not here, from the Thunder PR. The Thunder is now the 3rd team in NBA history to start back-to-back seasons with a 7-0 record, tying the 63-65 Boston Celtics and the 93-95 Houston Rockets. So some pretty elite company. And then one quick quote from Mark Dagnall's presser, which I thought was interesting. It was on Cason Wallace just about 10 minutes ago. Said he's a young player that's got a lot of runway and career ahead of him. It's a responsibility. We have to squeeze everything we have out of him. He's made great progress. That started to show up. It's a responsibility. So he's Kaysen's the first guy off the bench.
Yeah,
that's confirmed.
I was gonna say. Yeah. I mean, I get it. I do. Like, I love Wiggins. I love what he brings, but there's just a different motor to Kaysen. There's a different work ethic that is very uncommon in players nowadays, I think. And I think we often compare him to Lou Dort with that hustle on the defensive end, but I mean, Kaysen's there's just something about the way that he plays that's so, like, I feel like he makes all these insanely reckless plays, and yet he's not hurt. He doesn't get hurt. He doesn't get tired. He is never tired. I mean, defensively, he's constantly running. Like, it really does remind me of when we had Russ. Like, it feels like Westbrook again, the type of effort that he gives. And I've never felt like I could say that about a player. Like, Russ has always been the one guy in the NBA who gives 110%. Kaysen gives 100, 108, 100. Like, he's right there.
And it's so natural as well. Like, he just flows with it. I mean, sometimes I feel like the offense just gives him the ball the way he seals it. Like, he's just got the knack for basketball. And I saw someone tweet it today, but and they claimed that he was the bounciest guy on our team. I think that's true, to be fair.
Absolutely. That's what I was going to mention that as well. The sneaky athleticism is crazy. I mean, part of that is why he's so quick and he's so good at jumping lanes, but I feel like once a game, I see him running down on a fast break, and I'm like, man, how's he going to lay this up? And then he just pulls it back and dunks on someone. It's like, where did that come from? Like,
it's so surprising.
It's crazy.
Some
of
them are rim grazers too. Like,
but like, can you name a time where he's missed one of those? Like, I don't think he ever misses them. He gets them in every single time. Like, it's just crazy, the drive that he has as such a young player. Like, I remember when I was looking at the draft class and just kind of like eyeing players, I had a different page where I was like doing mocks and stuff and looking at players. And I remember multiple times, like, I didn't like call anything out or like predict that he's going to be this good, but I was like, if the right team gets him, he will be very good as a role player. And it's just because if you watched him play at Kentucky, the drive was clearly there. Like, the three ball wasn't falling as well as you would have wanted to see at the time, but the drive on defense was insane. I mean, you don't get college players this often that are playing the way that he was. And it's tripled in effort. Everything about him has just gotten better. And if that three ball really does become consistent the way it's looked, there's no reason that he shouldn't be the first guy off our bench. And while I love Wiggins, and I was just talking him up, like, if Wallace is going to bring both ends of the court, there's no reason that he shouldn't be that first guy off the bench. And some nights even starting if we're not going to do the
exactly.
double thing.
And if we're missing somebody, he even started games in the NBA Finals already during his young career. So a healthy problem to have for OKC. Before we wrap up, looking forward, hopefully getting Chet back. Specifically, we get Tuesday at the Clippers. We're at the Trailblazers Wednesday, so we get a back-to-back. And then Friday, we're in Sacramento. And to finish out the road trip on Sunday, we are in Memphis, which doesn't seem to be the hardest place to play right now. But those are all tough matchups. We'll see what we can do health-wise, get the guys ready. But it seems to me like no matter where they are or who they're playing, if number 2 is on the floor, you got a good chance at winning.
Absolutely.
But if you guys –
no,
go ahead.
I could see Sacramento being a tough one for sure. They played us good. I'm not just saying that because Russ is on the team, but seriously, I mean, I think a lot of people consider them just this mediocre team since they have Levine and DeMar, and they were stuck in hell for like 3 seasons of mediocrity with Chicago. But they have a good roster. They have a lot of good players. Malik Monk off the bench is insanely sneaky. I mean, especially against us, he is a sniper when we play Malik Monk. But they are a good team. Keegan Murray is. I think people also underestimate how efficient Keegan Murray can be. Yep. He kind of hit his ceiling early in his career after that rookie year, but that's a good ceiling for a role player. I mean, he does his job. So that's a game I'm interested to see how that one goes. I'm not, knock on wood, I'm not too concerned about the 2 before that, but that one will be good. I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, for me, I think the Clippers and Trailblazers games are going to be tough. I think the Clippers are deep. They haven't been playing great, but they are extremely deep this year. And the Trailblazers have been playing good. They actually have been playing
been cooking. Drew Holiday has been on a tear.
Drew Klingen's looked good. they have a few other guys that I'll mention in a preview. And then obviously Sacramento historically has beaten us in Sacramento a lot.
Yes.
We kind of broke that curse last year, and hopefully it continues this year. But you're right; it's gonna be a tough game. And then Memphis, we like to beat up on Memphis, so we'll talk about that. But Jack, do you have anything else before we go?
I think we should just take it one game at a time, take it as it comes, and it'll be a good test for the team whether we win or lose. It doesn't really matter. So as long as we're improving and getting reps up, getting minutes, staying healthy. So I think those are the biggest things.
The most Shai Gilgeous-Alexander answer you could have ever given, and I love it. Appreciate that answer. Other than that, guys, we appreciate everybody who tunes in consistently, who comments. We love it. We try to get to as many comments as we can. We'll be here after every game, post-game lives. We do our weekly episodes, so keep a lookout for that. And then quickly before we go, we do now have our memberships up on the YouTube channel, so you want to go check those out, get exclusive videos. I can't say it with a straight face every single time, and I apologize, but exclusive videos, exclusive lives, members-only chat, members-only game videos. We'll have all that for you guys, so go check those out, and we will see you guys Tuesday. Well, actually, we'll see you Wednesday morning around 2:30 Eastern time because that's when that game's going to end. But other than that, hope you guys enjoyed your Sunday evening. Win OKC. We'll see you next time. And Thunder up, baby. Let's go.